is it possible to love somebody else just like you love yourself? The Torah in this week's Parshas Kedoshim says, "V'ahavta l'reacha kamoicha." Love somebody else like you love yourself. How? The Gemara tells us in Bava Metzia that your life always takes precedence over somebody else's. So how is it possible to love somebody else like yourself? The Nitziv in Ha'amek Davar brings down this question, and he answers it to explain why the prohibition of taking revenge is in the very same pasuk as V'ahavta l'reacha kamoicha. And he brings a Yerushalmi, where the Yerushalmi tells us about a man that was cutting meat, and he's holding in his right hand a very sharp knife, and as he cuts the meat, he by mistake misses, and he hits and cuts badly his left hand. Would anyone assume that the left hand would take revenge on the right hand? Absolutely not, because it's all one guf, it's all one body. Explains the Nitziv. That's why in the Torah, V'ahavta l'reacha kamoicha comes after the prohibition of revenge, simply to tell us that when we realize that everyone in Klal Yisrael is one body, we're all one people, we're all one mishpacha, we would never take revenge on somebody else. I'll tell you an incredible story that I heard from the nephew of who it happened to. There was a man in his late 40s, and he's married, unfortunately, to a goy. And as he got older, he started learning a little bit more and more about Yiddishkeit, until he realized, oh my gosh, I'm married to a non-Jew. I can't do this anymore. So he divorced his wife, and he became single. And he looks for a new wife. He was a kohen. It wasn't easy to find someone at that age who was never married before. And he actually found a woman, a religious woman, who has never been married before. The simcha of that chasna was unmatched. And then they waited for children. Year after year, 11 years of waiting for children. Can you imagine the pain and the tsar? He was so excited to finally have a Jewish family, but nothing. One Rosh Hashanah, he's in shul, and he decides, I want to buy an aliyah. And the bidding began, and it became a fierce competition. And as he's bidding for an aliyah, the price gets higher and higher. One man gets closer to the bimah, points at this yid, and starts screaming in front of the whole shul, and says, You want to buy an aliyah? You were married to a goy. You can't have an aliyah on Rosh Hashanah. The embarrassment was too much to bear. But this yid decided, I am not going to respond. I'm not going to take revenge. I'm not going to say anything back. He put his head down, and he privately offered a prayer to the Rabbi Shalom, please, I just want to start a Jewish family. And a year later, he was zeicher to have a child. The schos that we have from not taking revenge, from the realization that all of Klal Yisrael, we may look different, we may sound different, but we're all one. We're all the children of the Rabbi Shalom. Have a wonderful Shabbos.